Hey guys, Angryaa here. Today I'm going to be giving you a brief build introduction about my multi-curse classical summoner. Now, a multi-curse classical summoner is a summoner that uses permanent minions like zombies and specters and supports them with auras and multiple curses, deal with content, protecting their minions, and disabling enemies to make your minions deal more damage to them. Now, I've been playing this character quite a bit in Tempest League, and I found it to be very successful. I'm currently level 88, about to ding level 89, and despite rolling very difficult maps, and maps get very hard in the Awakening, past level 75, I've been able to deal with the content mainly through the power of very potent curses. Now, as you can see, this character goes around casting an Ice Storm ability, granted by a unique item called the Whispering Ice, and what it does is essentially it creates chilled ground on the floor. Now, combined with all my curses, currently I am all the way up to quad curse. This means that enemies move very slowly, they hit for very small amounts of damage, and they take an enormous amount of extra damage. I actually reduce enemy resistances by over 180. So, as soon as they're cursed, they're basically not a threat at all and they die very quickly. I found this character to be absolutely amazing on boss fights, because as soon as I curse a boss, fight's basically over. The boss isn't much of a challenge anymore because he's so slow and does almost no damage, and I kill him very quickly to boot. So I've killed every single boss and every single map with this character that I've done, because it's just going so well with the multiple curses and the wall of minions to tank for me. On top of that, this character is reasonably tanky, even though curses are a primary form of our mitigation. We do have an 8,000 effective HP barrier to make sure that we can take a bit of a punch. On top of that, we'll see that our aura defense is actually very defensive, and the main reason for this is because our minions already do fantastic amounts of damage with our curses, and the fact that Revenants, the new spectre that's been released in the Awakening, which is just an amazing spectre for summoners, they do so much damage anyway, you don't need to over-support their damage. Instead, I'm just running Purity of Fire, Purity of Lightning to deal with nasty elemental damage, things like Herald of the Obelisk, Herald of Thunder, and deadly amounts of fire damage. Fire and lightning usually are like the most deadly elements out there. And on top of that, I'm using Discipline, of course, for my energy shield for me and my minions. Now, one of the very important things about the spec, and something you shouldn't forget, is that you really need to use a Vaal Discipline. You can see it on my Q key over there on my character. And the reason that we use Vaal Discipline is because you can't regenerate your energy shield with a potion. So Vaal Discipline ends up doing that for you. If I press Q, my energy shield just rockets up and I'm basically invulnerable for about 3 seconds. And if I've lost all my energy shield, it's a great way to regenerate it in the middle of a fight. This skill has saved me more times than I count, or at the very least it saved me from logging out. So it's very effective. I absolutely love this character, and I think it's a fantastic choice for playing in Tempest League. It's not the most newbie friendly character, but I'm hoping that the guide I've written is comprehensive enough that even relatively inexperienced players can follow it, level it, and play it and enjoy it. Whispering Ice is an amazing unique item. Other summoners have been using things like Queen's Decree, they've been using Midnight Bargain, but I truly feel that Whispering Ice is the best possible item. One of the reasons for this is the chilled ground it creates. Chilled ground plus high level temporal chains basically means monsters can't move at all, and that ends up being really awesome. It's going to get even stronger once I get level 20% quality gems with the level 20 temporal chains. And I'm running over 70% curse effectiveness. Curses are very powerful indeed, even on bosses. And basically, with curses, your minions do so much damage, and you're so well protected. Yeah, I've been having a very positive time in this build. That's it for the build introduction. I'm going to leave you with me killing Dominus in the level 76 residence. If you're interested in the build and you want to see more information about it, make sure you hit the link below, because it takes you straight to the build guide and gives you all the details you need to know: how to level the character, what gems and items to get, what to get when you have a little bit of money, when you have a lot of money, etc. Everything you need to know about the guy. Hope you've enjoyed this build introduction video, and I'll see you next time. This is Angryaa AA. Cheers.